जनरल मैटर की डिक्टेशन नंबर 23 स्टार्ट करते हैं। स्टार्ट। Judicial reforms in India is a subject that is quite wide ranging in its magnitude and have been pending since long. Judicial reforms are required for the following components: speedy disposal of pending cases, accountability of the judges, declaration of judges' assets, and procedure of judges' appointment. Speedy administration of justice is the one aspect that hurts the common man most. In a malfunctioning democracy, judiciary is the last refuge for the redressal of one's problems. Something is rotten in the state of Denmark. It is as true of India as Hamlet had remarked about his own country. It is horrifying to note that 70% of those in jails are made up of under trials awaiting justice. It is estimated that approximately 3 crore cases are pending in our courts. As per figures available till 2015, there were 1.94 crore criminal cases pending as opposed to 76 lakh civil cases. Around 5 lakh murder cases form part of the pending criminal court cases. Around 61,300 cases were pending in the Supreme Court alone till 2015. The causes for the increase in pending court cases must be addressed fast. The enormity of the job calls for filling in the vacancies, making new appointments, constitution of fast-track courts, and curtailment of lengthy vacation in the judiciary. The government is determined to reduce the average life of a litigation from 15 to 3 years. Computerization of court records, quick action at the end of the police, and constitution of rural courts are the other steps in that are proposed for clearing the backlog of pending cases. The other field that needs immediate remedial measures is the unfair privileges preserved by the judiciary for itself. The Chief Justice of India constantly maintained that his office did not come under transparency law and therefore it was not required to give information like disclosure of a judge's assets. A situation arose when the Delhi High Court held that Chief Justice of India is no less accountable than the judicial officers of the lower court who are bound by service rules to declare their assets. The High Court stated that the judicial independence of an individual judge was not the personal prerogative of the individual judge. Though most of the judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts declared their assets voluntarily, their declaration of assets, in fact, should be governed on a regular basis by a set of service rules because the Chief Justice of India is a public authority and his office is subject to the purview of the Right to Information Act. Judiciary is one of the three pillars of our democratic structure, but of late the record of the judiciary has not been without blemish. Cases of corruption and scams allegedly involving judges have tarnished the image of judiciary. Judicial delivery system is getting costly and complicated. As a consequence, it is rather difficult for the poor to expect justice. In view of the unhealthy practices in both lower and higher judiciary, the government has decided to do with the present system of appointment and transfers of judges. Presently, the Collegium decides the transfers and appointments of the judges of the Supreme Court and High Courts. National Judicial Appointment Commission, however, was proposed to replace the Collegium system for appointment. But a constitutional bench of Supreme Court upheld the Collegium system and struck down the NJAC as unconstitutional. The Judges' Standards and Accountability Bill 2010 seeks to allow common men to file complaint against judges and also provides crucial right to the government to investigate the complaints against judges. Judicial reforms are essential for a civilized society with a view to achieving overall development. The Law Commission submitted a report in August 2009 wherein it suggested exhaustive reforms so as to take justice to the people and ensure that all people have equal access to justice. There has been acrimonious debate between the judiciary and the legislature about their respective primacy. It does not speak well of Indian democracy. For the common man, it is immaterial who is who. What matters most is that both are vital parts of a democracy. Despite the blemishes in judiciary, it is still the only oasis in otherwise chaotic state of democracy. These scams relating to Commonwealth Games and 2G spectrum have been brought to logical conclusion under the supervision of the Supreme Court.